chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace.
Welcome to another edition of This John Actor Podcast. I'm your boy Blurdock, and with me as always, it's your boy Hood Nerd. How you doing, man?
Yes, sir. What up, dog?
Since our last episode, what you been
I've
up
been
to?
good. I've been real good, bro. I can't complain. I'm blessed. Life's good. The kids is good. Family's good. You know, my wife. Everybody is healthy and solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If anybody is curious about my intro, we got some feedback that we needed to pump up the volume from the youngsters in the family. So I was just trying that out. You know what I mean? We just working through some stuff. That's all we doing up in here.
Yeah, that's all we doing.
How about you, my good brother? How you been?
Man, shit, I mean, I've been good. Work ain't been the same without you. But it's
yeah.
But we've been kind of holding our own. I've been good. Just finally about to be off work for a while. Pretty much got about a week and a half of work off. I'm just gonna get into I'm gonna get into my creative space. Start hopping on. You're gonna see me hopping on more on on our feeds on on Twitch and gaming and shit like that. And, Hood Nerd, gonna hop in, whenever you can too. And we just gonna get back on our shit. But
absolutely.
But the thing that we have never done, that we didn't do, that we forgot to do on our first episode, basically introduce ourselves. So, Hood Nerd, where you from, and how did you get into the nerd world?
Word, yeah. So I'm from Philly originally, born and raised, proud of it. I think growing up in Philly was invaluable for me and my upbringing and my education and my street smarts and just having a well-rounding. I got into nerd shit, honestly, because the neighborhood I lived in when I was a younger child was crazy. I'm talking about off the hook. Like West Philly, man, late 80s, early 90s. Crack was going crazy. Jamaicans ran the block. It was the block was definitely hot. So my mom was like, "Nah, kid, you can't go outside around here. Like you go outside in these other neighborhoods in Philly, and like when we go visit your cousins and whatnot." But like my day-to-day life, I was in the crib, playing with G.I. Joes and watching cartoons and just consuming massive amounts of TV, which gives you so much pop culture,
Yeah.
And I think I'm definitely like more of a pop culture nerd than anything. And maybe tech. I like tech too. I like a gadget.
Yeah.
But how about you? Yeah, I mean, what's your background? What's your story, dog?
I'm originally from Cali, California, Southern Cal. I tell people I'm from the LA area, but I'm from Pasadena, California, the Rose Bowl. My area sounds like a lot like your area was, the crack epidemic, gangs, the blood and Crips and stuff like that. It was just glorified there. We were actually playing outside, but we actually had to be inside at a certain time when the lights came on. So I ended up getting into the nerd shit thanks to my uncle's friend. One of my uncle's friend had Dragon Ball Z tape, and another tape I believe is called Wicked City, but I can't remember it. But it was a Dragon Ball Z tape and Akira. So Akira was a big, and Dragon Ball Z was like a big step into my nerd world that I didn't realize that, Looney Tunes is not the only cartoons I can watch.
Straight up.
And I realized, there was blood in cartoons. I shouldn't be watching this, but I'm enjoying this. So I got into that, when the Power Rangers came along. We pretty much stayed in the house a lot, played video games and stuff like that. And I just found out that I liked this stuff more than other kids did, especially growing up in the hood, because you know we had to be either gangbangers or basketball players, football players, sports or whatever, just to stay out of trouble. If you wasn't gonna be a gangbanger, you had to do sports or something like that to stay away from being out in the streets.
For
And
sure.
I pretty much, I did play sports, but I always had a love for all the anime nerd shit, toys, Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. And I embraced it myself, even though I got teased as a kid for watching all that shit, and I had to kind of hide that shit for myself. But
Hmm.
but yeah, that excuse me, that's pretty much how I got into it. And I mean, and that's how you know me and you pretty much kind of met. Those are the similarities that we had. We had worked together, and we met. We found out, oh, we just grew up on the same type of environment,
Hmm.
just from one coast to another.
Yeah, man, and it it was like day one that
Yeah,
we started really connecting on some like obscure reference shit. You know what I mean?
yes,
Like, oh yeah, you know, went off the top rope on him, hit him with a little kamehameha.
exactly,
Hold up, what you say? What you know about that?
exactly, exactly. A lot of the reference that you said, it was just like, I was pretty much the only one that would be catching it all
You
the time.
were, you
And I
were.
was just like, yo, people looking at me, why am I laughing? Like, yo, that's
We
funny.
cracking up.
Yes.
We and stitches and shit, straight up knee
Exactly.
slappers.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, that is shit is hilarious to me because I know exactly why he said that.
Yep. And other people looking at me like
Yeah.
nerd. Yeah, I mean, still 40 years old and you still get that, but it's cool. You know,
Exactly.
what I mean, I am
Exactly.
who I am, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like we unapologetically us.
Yeah.
Authentic, and I think that has a lot to do with our background and our upbringing, the
Yeah.
places we grew up in. You got to be legit because they'll pull your card real quick.
Exactly. Exactly. So, but yeah. So the base of our podcast, obviously, as you've seen the first episode, we like to talk about a wide range of things, and we go anywhere between nerd shit, real political shit. Sometimes we'll throw music in there. We can throw movies, TV shows, pop culture.
Everything under the sun.
Yeah, everything that we find entertaining, that we hope that you guys find entertaining.
This John is
So
active.
exactly, this John is active. So
Hell
we're gonna
yeah.
get it active today. So the first thing I want to talk about, I guess there was. You hear anybody about rumors about Disney probably fucked up, and there's some rumors talking about potentially getting Jonathan Majors back as King the Conqueror in the MCU universe or the MCU.
Bruh, I hadn't heard about it till you brought it to my attention.
Hmm.
And just for y'all, we don't really talk too much about the topics. We kind of just give each other the overview of the topic,
Yep.
and then try to have a real natural discussion about it on our podcast,
Exactly.
where we haven't, learned each other's take or
Yes.
ideology on the thing.
Hmm.
So when it comes to this Jonathan Majors thing, I always thought he got railroaded.
Yes.
So I'm kind of happy for the brother to get a chance to go ahead and be Kang again because I thought he did a phenomenal job and I wanted to see more of him in that role anyway.
Yes.
Uh, just like I don't know the guy's name, but the black guy that played uh, High, what's his name? High something.
Um, you talking about the
Uh,
black guy that they were going to pick for the role
no,
of
it was
King?
the black guy in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he played. God, what is that guy's name?
Guardians of the Galaxy. Black dude for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he's like super powerful. It's like high something. He had an
Yeah,
amazing performance. I can't
yeah,
do my guy dirty. I gotta look it up for him.
yeah, yeah,
Um, while you doing that, I'll
yeah,
just say that that's my piece on it. I'd
uh,
love to hear your take on it too.
yeah. So
While I
yeah,
find this
while
dude's
he
name.
looked him up, I mean, my take is the same way. Always felt he got railroaded. I know they kind of jumped the gun. They did wait a little bit longer than they did with like Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, they really fucked him over, like from because the shit looked bad, and yes, it did look bad for Jonathan Majors, but you wanted to wait to hear the whole thing and see how it goes because it's gonna go. It's a two-sided story. She
Innocent.
said that he was beating her and shit like that, and come to find out he wasn't beating her. He ended up hurting her because he snatched her phone away from her, tried to throw him through the car because she was hitting him. And the biggest thing was, if you're an abuser, why are you
Hmm.
running away from the person you're attacking? And she was
Straight up,
chasing.
bro.
Why are you
That
chasing your abuser? That's not something that you're gonna do. If he beating the
that
shit out
doesn't
of you,
corroborate your story at all.
exactly, you're gonna run the other way. Like, oh shit, why is he running? You know what? Fuck it, I'm running this way. Like, but she
Straight
was
up. Like
chasing
no
after
abuser
him.
has been like, oh, let me run away. It wasn't like,
Exactly.
in a street full of people.
Exactly. It's like if he is running away, it's because he's like, all right, I don't want to look bad. I'm gonna run away. But why are you chasing after him? That's the crazy thing. You're
Yeah.
chasing after him, and I guess he did get railroaded. But I am happy if this rumor is true that he comes back as King the Conqueror because, like you said, he did an amazing job. I liked him as King, and I mean Disney just gotta pump their brakes when they come across shit like this because DC ended up holding on to that shit for so long. I think they were desperate for the Ezra Miller shit, Flash,
Oh man.
with his shit. Yo, he should have been canned from the jump.
You think so? Because of his mental state, or what?
No, because of his with the shit that he did, throwing chairs at people in Hawaii.
Oh, I ain't hear nothing about that.
Yes, he threw a chair at like a couple in Hawaii. It wasn't necessarily in Mitchell State. He was doing shit. Yeah.
What's the story behind that? Was he just like the Flash? I'm a serious actor.
I don't even know if that's the case. He got into an argument with him or whatever, and he ended up throwing a chair at one of the some couple over there and got into a fight, and they said, oh, he had mental issues, but I'm like, but he was violent, and on top of that, there was stories about him kidnapping somebody
Oh shit.
and grooming her, and she had to come out and pretty much, which looked like in a secluded room, white room, where she's saying he's not, grooming me. He didn't kidnap me or anything like that. And it almost looked weird as fuck. It looked staged, like it was something that he told her.
Oh
Like you sit
shit.
there at the camera, like yo, say this. Yeah, no, read that line right there.
These
And
motherfuckers, man.
yeah, and a lot of people said, because he's white. But I mean, he goes by they, them, because he switched up his gender non-binary. I don't know what he
I
is.
saw
I
that
don't care.
picture of him recently. He looking
Yeah, yeah. So,
non-binary.
yes. He looking real non-binary. But, but that's where a lot of people were kind of getting upset. It's like, yo, DC is holding on to him until the Flash movie come out. And they still didn't really let him go, but people know it's like, all right, you're done with the Flash. We're done with you now. Now that the movie came out, I think they were desperate to keep that movie going because I mean, they had nothing else. They were losing the battle with
You know,
against MCU.
I think he really. I don't know what happened. I guess actors, you know, maybe these superhero movies are so attractive because that's what so many people like to watch now. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like these more dramatic movies and serious movies.
Yeah,
Kind of is for a niche crowd.
yeah,
Because I thought he was phenomenal. I gotta look up the name of the movie, but it was with him and the girl who played Hermione. Y'all gotta forgive me. I am not the guy that's going to know the director's name, the key grip's name, the producer. Like, it's not going to be me. That might be my counterpart here,
Yeah,
Blurdock, but
yeah.
it ain't going to be me. So I'm going to be struggling with the names and the people.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to try to tie it all together so that way
Yeah,
my
yeah,
homie here can help me because he real good
yeah.
with it. He's a movie buff and
Uh-huh.
low key an actor. You know what I mean? Y'all might want to check him out and shit.
Yeah,
But
appreciate it.
uh, he was in this movie with the girl who played Hermione in Harry Potter.
Yeah, Emma Watson. I think I know who
Yeah,
you're talking about.
that John was phenomenal. It had a great soundtrack. It was like a coming of age story. I think it's based off a book, but I can't remember. I don't know
Yeah,
why. Like Eternal Sunshine of the
it
Spotless
is.
Mind. I
It is based off a book. The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yeah, Perks of Being a Wildflower.
That's right.
Yeah, that had a great cast because I like the other kid in that too, Percy Jackson. He played in
Okay.
Percy. I forget
Oh
what
yeah,
his
yeah,
name
yeah,
is
yeah.
too.
Yeah, I forgot his name too, but yeah, Logan Lerman. Yeah, I never knew his name until now. I just knew him as Perks.
Yo, never heard it before.
Yeah,
Shout out to Logan.
exactly.
But and to backtrack, the character I was talking about that he isn't like off the screen. He has nothing that Jonathan Majors has going on. They're not
Uh-huh.
similar there at all. I just thought they both did great performances as black actors in these Marvel movies.
Yeah,
And I'm not even going to attempt my dude name because it's off the chain right here.
yeah.
Actually, I will attempt it. Just let me. Don't forgive me if I fuck it up, my G.
Hmm.
But he played High Evolutionary in that Guardian of the Galaxies movie. And I don't have which Guardian of the Galaxy that was pulled up. I think actually, let me see here. It was Guardian.
Oh,
It was the last one. It was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I've never
okay.
seen this dude in anything else, but his name is Chukwudi
Yeah,
Owuji. Owuji. I'm
hey,
going with
close enough.
Owuji.
Close
Ah,
enough.
yo, for real.
I forgot about him. Yeah, number three. I did. Yeah, like Chuck Woody Awuji or something like that. Yeah, he's before Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I saw him on Peacemaker. So he's on the
Is
show
that a show?
Peacemaker. Yeah, it's a DC show. It's a
Oh,
DC
okay.
show, Peacemaker with John Cena, which is
Oh,
actually really good. I suggest
oh,
you watch it.
okay.
It's
Okay, I'm gonna have
funny.
to check it out.
Yeah, it's kind of on some Deadpool shit. Like it's
See, I thought it
hysterical.
was
It's
on
funny.
some The Boys shit.
Yeah, kind of the boys too. The boys too.
Same.
Like
The
it's
Boys is kind of rough, dog.
yes, it is, and the Peacemaker is pretty rough, and it's yeah, it's on that shit. He's on there. The actor that plays higher evolutionary or high evolutionary. He's a good actor. I like him.
Yeah,
Um,
I
so
like
yeah,
it. Yeah, excuse
he
me.
plays. He plays in that. Then I seen him in something else. It's just crazy that you can see these actors in a big movie, but all these other movies you've seen before, you're just like, oh shit, I didn't even know he was in that movie. You know, I didn't
Nah.
even know she was in that movie. But but I guess the person that they were looking after or looking to get for King the Conqueror was I believe his name was Cole Domingo. Cole Domingo. He was on. For people that know, he was on Fear the Walking Dead. I believe he. I don't know if he won an Oscar or got nominated for an Oscar for some recent movie, but he's a phenomenal actor. Um, but but I mean, I would have been okay with him being King the Conqueror, but if they can talk him into being
Oh,
and he's
this
willing to
dude.
come
I know
back.
who this dude is.
Yes, and if he's willing to come back as King the Conqueror, from what I'm hearing that he is willing to come back, Disney do right by him.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Disney been on some inclusive shit lately, dog. They
Yeah,
they they got no problems with DEI. They
yeah,
like, yo, get the Hispanic Snow White, get her right
yeah.
on up in here.
Uh huh.
Actually, I don't even know if that girl's Hispanic. I'm just assuming. That's so
She,
racist. This is crazy.
I think she is like of some kind of Hispanic descent.
hmm They hit Will Smith off with the with the Aladdin before his, Chris Rock debacle.
Yes.
I wonder if that's like really, really cooked him. Like if it's really the end for Will Smith, or if he gonna
No,
come roaring back with some shit.
it's not. It's
I
not
don't
the
know.
end.
Some of that music he been putting out.
I mean,
No
I
disrespect,
did
Will.
hear the song, and I was like,
Don't
okay,
smack me.
it's yeah, it's. I think he's fine. I think he's
Word,
fine. I mean, his music
word. I
just
hope
may
so.
not be
I hope
it,
so.
but I believe I believe he's gonna be okay. It's
They
just,
coming for all our icons, bro.
yeah,
It's real sad.
yeah,
That's my guy right there.
yeah.
Dang, that just reminded me about a person we used to work with who I got to hit up.
Uh,
For everybody that don't know, I just left our previous employer last week, and it's a little bittersweet. It's a little
yeah,
sad. So, miss the homies.
hmm.
One in particular, she was on our unofficial first episode. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh
that's
yeah,
my
yeah,
homie.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so all right, let's just pick up right on our next topic.
Okay.
There was this public freak out. I follow this page on Reddit. It's called Public Freak Out,
Hmm.
and it's always the viral clips of people just losing their shit
Yep.
in public and somebody catching it on camera.
Hmm.
And this particular one caught a girl at a baseball game who had to be hammered. I'm assuming she was hammered because otherwise there's no logical explanation for what she was doing.
Yes.
But she had her feet on this guy's back
Yes.
and was kicking him and putting her feet up on him like he was the table or the footrest. I mean, just being hella disrespectful until eventually security and what looked like police came and, you know, got her up out of there. But then when they were getting her up out of there, she kicks him again. We might have the clip for y'all. But I just had to bring that one up because I'm sure a lot of people saw it. And my question regarding that is because the whole time this guy didn't do a thing. He was talking to his friend. He
Hmm.
was keeping calm. I don't even know what set this whole thing off, but he didn't do a thing in retaliation to this lady. So that begs the question, if a woman is assaulting a man, even if it is, I guess, lighthearted,
Yeah.
does the man, what does the man do in this situation? Did this guy do the right thing, or should he have came off the top rope on her?
Yeah, that's a good question because I think it also kind of depends. I guess somebody like myself, I think it depends on the size of the woman, and she appears to be a small woman. So,
Considerably smaller than him, for sure.
uh, and I believe for him, he probably was like, I don't want to miss this game. I didn't pay for this fucking ticket. I turn around and backhand this bitch. I'm probably gonna end up getting escorted. So escorted out, and I paid money for this. Then I'm gonna really be mad.
Hmm.
So
That's a
what you
very,
could
very
do is
logical.
yes, and that's just my logical thinking because I'm sitting here thinking of the same thing. Like, yeah, she's small, she's kicking my back, she's annoying the fuck out of me. But somebody got to call security to get her out of here because
Hmm.
I'm afraid if I end up backhanding her, I'm probably going to end up giving her a concussion, which is probably warranted. But for me, I'm trying to enjoy this fucking game. She's gonna get kicked out eventually. Cause security's gonna come. People, everybody's seeing this. She ain't really like hurting me, per se, because you're just kind of kicking me and disrespecting me. And for me, it's much. I mean, and I don't know this person, so I don't know what this person got going on. She's being a bitch for whatever reason, and it made me think of if you remember this other video, like a couple years ago, where the guy's ex was beating his car, and he was just sitting there eating like some nachos or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So,
Yeah.
there was some calm men like, hey, hey, she gonna go to jail, so I'm covered. I got insurance, so whatever. This is crazy, and I think that's where he's probably thinking like, I'm going to enjoy this game. Her, maybe she's drunk or whatever. I don't know the situation. She's eventually going to get kicked out. Now, if I'm sitting there the whole game or the whole inning or whatever, and she still kicked me and nobody doing anything, I might have to go off the top rope at that point. You know?
So yeah, the whole game is crazy. Like,
Yes, because
can I
that's
get
not
some
going to happen.
assistance?
Yeah, that's not going to happen. The whole game is not going to happen. Like she's going to get
Yeah,
snatched
no.
down from there or something. Like something's going to happen. So I'm going to have to retaliate
Now
at that point.
that's yeah, because baseball is long as fuck.
It is.
So 3-4 hours of somebody
Uh-huh.
antagonizing you. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Unless, see, I had a couple theories, and I hate to even bring up one of them,
Hmm.
but the world is so cooked right now that you have to kind of think about what if this is one of the reasons.
Yeah.
So my initial one was like, all right, I think this guy is obviously doing the right thing. Like you said, she was a smaller lady, probably drunk. You know, he could have easily hurt her to handle the situation. He could have easily resorted to violence. You know what I mean? But he kept cool, and that looks great on him now. You know what I mean? Like that looks like the way you should handle it.
Yeah.
Uh, Now the reasons to why he stays so calm, that's where I'm like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
And if anybody has seen this video, my dude does look like he might be some sort of Hispanic. And with what's going on right now, he was probably, because he was talking to his homie on the side. I'm thinking he was like, "Yo, bro, we gotta lay low. We can't slam this bitch because
Exactly.
if we slam this bitch, they're gonna be like, yo,
Yeah.
we need to see them papers." I mean, and that's that. Even if you got everything, all your papers and whatnot, it's a legitimate concern for our Latino and Hispanic community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just trying to say that's where we are right now
Yeah.
in our world, where that is a thought that legitimately crossed my mind as to why he remains so calm. You know what I mean? For fear of what might happen if the spot got too hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is a legitimate point there. He could have thought that too, because like you said, he did look back and was like, man,
He,
I'm about to go off on this bitch.
and he was talking to his homie. I don't know what they could have been talking about because
Yeah.
it looked like they were talking casually. But I know if
Yeah.
I'm getting kicked up all in my back, you know what I mean?
I'm
I'm
at
not
least
about to
looking
be
back
like,
at her. I'm at least looking back at her. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you right now? You need to chill. What you But he was just basically like
he
Dave
was
Chappelle
shooting the
said.
shit.
Exactly. Like he was basically like Dave Chappelle said in one of his stand-ups was just like the dude was jerking off next to him. It was like, come on, dog, hit my elbow. Stop.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even at least look back at her. 'Cause I would have at least looked back at her like, yo, bitch,
For
what the
real.
fuck are you doing? Why
And
are
the
you
look
kicking
would
me?
have
What is the
been
problem?
anger. You know what I
Yes,
mean? It would have
it would have
been
been
like,
anger.
yo, like, or at the very least, like you said,
Yeah,
strong annoyance. Like, what are
yeah,
you doing
strong.
right now?
Yeah, confused as fuck. Like, what are you doing? What's your problem?
We need more background on this
Exactly,
as well because I really want to
exactly.
know what
Yes.
started it. You know what I'm
Uh huh.
saying? Like,
Exactly.
did he spill something on her? Because there was another clip from a few years ago
Uh huh.
where this white lady was snapping at a hockey game at some dude
Hmm.
because he spilled like nacho cheese on her jacket and hair or some shit like that.
Yeah,
and she went up into into his row, like got all up in his face, and
yeah,
was like, wipe it off," like was sunning him. I was like,
damn.
"Oh no!" I'd have had to punt her jacket. Fuck your jacket now, bitch. Like, fuck your whole jacket and your hair. Have some more
Exactly.
nacho cheese. Like, get up on out of here.
Exactly. Like, my bad. I didn't mean to do this shit on purpose. But like, you ain't
Yo,
gotta yell at me. You can be like, yo, damn. Like, I'm gonna be
you
like, my bad.
escalating.
I didn't mean to
Like
do
I
that.
said, he that's the thing. He was apologetic the whole way. He
Yeah.
had a lot of reserve as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how he kept his cool, but in that situation, in that
Uh huh.
one, the way she was going off on him,
Yeah.
no way. No way.
Yeah.
I might have
Yeah.
dipped a nacho right in her hair and just been,
Exactly.
what you gonna do
Yeah.
about it?
Uh huh.
Kudos to the dudes that keep their
Yes.
cool, man,
Kudos.
because
Yes. Kudos to
we
the
are,
dude
you know,
for keeping his cool. Now
absolutely.
for my next topic, hopefully people can keep their cool for this because we have a cast for the new Street Fighter movie that's going to be coming out,
Woot
and I'm
woot.
excited about the Street Fighter movie, but
Me too.
the cast of the Street Fighter could be is a little bit unhinged. I mean, we have for these are the cast members for Street Fighter. For
Word.
Ryu, we have Andrew Koji. I believe he was on the show called Warrior on Max.
Okay.
Uh, we have Jason Momoa for Blanca. For
Okay.
that,
I like that
Noah,
too.
yeah, Noah Centineo for Ken. I think he has some show on Netflix. Because he's not a blonde, I'm not necessarily feeling it. Man,
Yeah. Got to
don't
be a blonde
don't
if
really
it's
know.
Ken.
Don't really
A
know who
bleach
he
blonde at
really is.
that.
Exactly. Roman Reigns, WWE wrestler for
I
Akuma.
saw that.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
He got to have red hair. If he got red hair, I'm with it.
Uh huh.
If not,
Exactly.
trash.
Yeah. So
He got to get rid of the beard too. I don't know. Maybe that's not the best.
yeah. Maybe
We'll
he
see.
got. Yeah. I guess. And then we have. Oh my goodness. What happened to this? Um. Damn.
Sometimes it is better when they get away from character
Yes.
design because it doesn't translate well to live action sometimes.
Yeah. It doesn't. So. Um. Damn. Can't
I know
believe.
there was one other one that stood out to me that I was like, yeah, this is a good cast.
Yeah.
Oh, 50 Cent as Balrog.
Yes, 50 Cent is Balrog. Not sure how I feel about that shit.
I kind of
Like,
like it. I
I
think he
mean,
gonna kill it. I think he gonna kill it.
yeah, but isn't like from what I've been hearing, isn't Balrog kind of like you can tell that he's unhinged himself because he got probably quite a few concussions.
I mean, Balrog is like, I mean, just a complete ripoff of Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
They whoever created
Hold
Street
on,
Fighter was like, put Mike Tyson in the
put
game, but
Mike
call him
Tyson.
Balrog.
Yes,
For real,
yes,
straight up. You know what I
yes.
mean? And I honestly think, now that I'm thinking about it, Mike Tyson would have been a great Balrog,
Uh huh.
but not as an actor. So, like, he
Yes,
would have looked the part.
yes.
But I do like either, this 50 casting is cool with me
Uh
because
huh.
he got a little, he a real shit talker, which
Yeah.
Balrog is a shit talker. He's like a goon. He's like Bebop or Rocksteady and shit in the Street Fighter universe. You know what I mean? Because he's
Yeah.
M. Bison's goon essentially.
Yeah.
Um,
So
but it's only one other guy I could see playing them, and he didn't play everybody and everything, but it's Michael Jai White. So I'm like, he the only other one that fit the bill and shit.
exactly. Yeah. And I also heard I guess Rampage Jackson
Oh,
could
I
be
could have
one
seen Rampage.
because you know, I can see that because he is a little unhinged himself.
He
Uh,
is. He's just not as big as Balrog. Like Balrog
yeah,
is like
yeah,
fucking
Balrog is big as shit.
yeah.
So, and then we have um, this
For
chick. I
fun.
have recently seen her for Chung Li. I have recently
Uh,
seen her in this movie called Presence, and I'm for her being chunky. She just probably need to get thicker thighs or some shit like that.
I was about to say, dog,
Yeah,
that's a
because
real tough casting right there.
exactly because
They should have just
Kalina,
got one of them cosplay
yeah,
girls to do it.
yeah. So Kalina Liang is gonna be Chung Li. For M Bison, we have David Dasmalkian, but he was I seen him in some stuff too. I believe he was like Mr. Polka Dot Man on Suicide Squad, and I'm not sure how I feel about him by M Bison. Cause that's another dude that's M Bison's big as shit too, but he had a lot of stuff. But then I look back at the original movie, the first movie that they made, and they had him as Bison. It was
I mean,
like
don't get me
maybe
wrong. I like Raul Julia as an
yeah,
actor.
uh huh, like
Phenomenal actor.
yeah,
Was not that whole movie. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, no,
I
that
mean,
movie was bad.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
I watched it when I was younger. I didn't think it was as bad then.
yes,
I mean, but
uh huh,
I was like, this nigga ain't no M. Bison. What is he
yeah,
small as shit? He looking
I
frail.
know
Then I
exactly.
got older and realized, like, oh my God, he was at the end of his life. Like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. And that's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, are they trying to just
Rest in
you
peace.
know do the rest in peace? Are they trying to do the same thing? Are they just going back to that blueprint? It's like why
It
him?
sounds like it. Because,
Yeah,
I mean,
because he kind of got that weird look himself. That actor has a weird look himself, kind of like that, kind of like Raul.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
they are. Maybe they trying to.
yeah, and I don't know who Orville Peck is, but he's gonna be playing Vega. I don't. I think the only reason he got that because he just generally wears a mask anyway. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
don't
you
matter.
could have
Anybody
just
can play Vega. If I were
exactly.
them, though, I would
Uh-huh.
have cast that one dude, that Sorgensen or whatever his name is,
Oh, yeah, I can't think of his name right
Bjorn or
now. You're
something.
talking about. Yeah. I can't
Yeah.
think of. Yeah. And then Andrew Schultz as Dan Hibiki.
Dan is a useless character in Street Fighter. I have no idea how he made it to the movie and shit. He's like a troll
Exactly.
character, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I don't
Yes.
know.
Yes. And then they got Cody Rhodes as Guile.
Oh, that's the dude from
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yes, Cody Rhodes in wrestling. And originally, it was rumored to be Alan Richard, the dude that plays Reacher on the TV series Reacher.
That would
He
have been
big,
sick. They should have did him as
cause
Guile and the other dude
exactly,
as Ken.
exactly the blonde hair and all
Yeah.
the other shit.
They probably
But
all this shit is probably out of the budget. It costs like
exactly,
billions of
yeah,
dollars to make and shit.
exactly. We already we got most of our budget on Jason Momoa. So everybody else,
For real.
maybe 50 cents, but
To paint him up in green and make
exactly.
him look like an animal and shit.
Shit. But yeah, I'm not completely happy with the cast, but I'm
Yeah,
still gonna watch it anyway. I mean, it's
for
Street Fighter,
sure. It's Street Fighter.
just to see what it is. Hopefully, it's not another train wreck like Mortal Kombat, the latest one
Listen,
that came out.
the biggest fucking Street Fighter fan you'll find right here. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? I'm gonna watch the movie regardless,
Yeah,
but the cast does not make me like, oh man, this is about to be
exactly. It makes me worried.
for
Makes
real,
me
straight
wonder
up,
what they're gonna do.
straight up. Um, but yeah, exciting. I'm glad
Hmm.
that Street Fighter is staying alive. Hopefully, it lives
Yep,
as long as us, if not
exactly,
longer.
exactly.
My next topic is one I saw just today
Uh-huh.
uh, about a discussion going on in the social medias about black ICE agents. Um,
Man, yeah,
obviously,
niggas.
You know, not the niggas.
Bruh.
I mean, what do you say? Like, is it
Yeah,
the equivalent of being a house nigga? You know what I mean? Like, it,
exactly.
it, it, it don't look good. It looks crazy. It looks
It
fucking crazy
does.
to me.
It
But I'm gonna
does.
let you go. That is my second topic. What I want to
Uh-huh.
get into because I think it's an
Okay.
interesting discussion. I had already been thinking it before it started turning into a discussion on Black Twitter. So I
Oh,
gotta know what the homie
okay.
think.
Okay. Well, I mean, my initial thought is, why? Like what? Like it gotta be, some of those black people. It has to be some of their upbringings. Uh, I mean, I kind of got an uncle that's like probably for this shit, and that nigga
Woohoo.
dark as shit. So
I got one too.
he definitely a house nigga.
That's crazy.
So
Mine dark as shit too.
yeah, they're dark as shit, and he's the darkest one out of all my uncles and aunts. And I just don't understand, like, why. I mean, I understand it from the point of trying to get the illegals out, but how they're going about it, it's just they don't even do the right process. And then if you don't have a black man do it, based off of shit that, I mean, we are basically descendants of immigrants ourselves.
Bro,
So you don't care to help to take other, races out that's coming in illegally. Where technically, how Donald Trump wanted to do the birthright citizenship shit and take that away. None of us should even be here. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do the birthright shit, none of us are not even from here.
none of them either. None of
Because
them. Nobody.
unless he has the statutes of limitation or like a timeline of when you started here. But it just, I mean, for black people to be in ICE to do that, I don't even know if they have a choice to do it. Do they have a choice to go out there and do it or not?
I mean, I think so. Like, if you in ICE, you know what ICE does.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I mean? I'm thinking to myself, are they doing it for the money? Like, what does ICE pay? Like, is this
Yeah.
some sell my soul kind of shit for the bread? Because I get it. Times are hard out here. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
everybody's struggling in some capacity.
Yeah.
Um, but I can't imagine why people who were brought to this country or descendants of people who were brought to this country would sign up to ship people out of here, out of a country that, they were brought to as slaves or their ancestors were brought to as slaves. You know what I mean? It just, you on the wrong side of this thing, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like all ICE agents are on the wrong
Yeah.
side of this thing at this point.
Yeah.
Now, when it was going after criminals and gangbangers and cartel members or whatever the fuck,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Okay, cool. I can get behind that. I think
Yeah.
most Americans can be like, oh, yeah, if y'all want to deport criminals that came here from somewhere else, amen, especially violent ones.
Yes.
But that's not what we seeing. We seeing a bunch of like scared family people holding their kids,
Hmm.
getting shoved into elevators.
Yeah.
It's like they about to go to the sunken place. You'll never see them again and shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So as a black man, I can't imagine seeing that from any fellow human being,
Yes.
but especially one with any kind of pigment in their skin. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
I can't imagine it. I can't imagine being okay watching that and going
Hmm.
home at night and sleeping well.
Exactly. And then especially in a lot of the time, a few times you see that they even just grab up somebody just because they look like it. Just
Straight
because they
up,
look like
I saw a
it.
video earlier of this guy screaming, "I'm an American."
Yeah. And and it made me think after I saw this story. I had went to go pick up something to eat, and I saw an Indian woman with a white man. And I'm like, and it now got me sitting there thinking like, damn, how is she feeling comfortable right now? Is she feeling comfortable here? Is she an American citizen? I mean, I know we're in the bougie side of town, but You know, they could just snatch up anybody. And I just recently saw a video that a whole family with a Trump, basically a husband and wife, were Trump supporters. The wife was Hispanic. The ICE agent took his wife, and he was still on board on Trump shit. It was like, I'm still on
Wow.
board of Trump. I'm just like, this nigga probably said, take my wife.
He definitely he was like,
Yeah,
y'all gotta get to my side
yeah.
bitch and shit. This is perfect.
He like, yeah, I gotta have my side bitch over, you know. Like, kids, this is your new mommy.
Yo, straight up. He was like, come on over. She gone.
Exactly.
Ice just
Yeah.
Yo, that's fucked
Exactly.
up.
Hey, Joe, Lydia. Yeah, ice guy. You come over.
Lydia. Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Yo, but that's just wild though. But a black ICE agent, and then they cover their mask too. That's another thing too. I'm like,
Bro, the
they cover
mask
their
is so
faces.
cowardly.
It
Like,
is. It's
fuck
like
out
you
of here,
guys,
bro.
you guys don't want your house raided. I understand. That's why you guys don't
You
want people
know,
following you. But you're
you
raiding
don't
people's
want
homes.
exactly. You don't want your fellow Americans looking at you crazy. Why
Uh,
put on the mask if you feel like you're doing noble work? Like,
exactly.
what are you talking about, bro? Get out of here.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, that's just some bitch shit. And
Absolutely. Like, if you're gonna be like, and I'm sure they all consider themselves real men and real women, and like,
yeah, yeah,
conservatives and
hmm
patriots and all that bullshit.
yeah.
Cowards,
Exactly.
scumbags,
Fucking cowards. Speaking of
fucking
a fucking
Nazis.
coward, yeah. Speaking of a fucking coward and a Nazi, there's a chance that Donald Trump could potentially be assassinated if he leaves his house in Mar-a-Lago now. Because there's an Iran official, a senior Iranian advisor to the Ayatollah, has threatened on Iranian television to assassinate President Trump. And it's crazy what he said on how he would assassinate him. He was like, he better not be go sunbathing because I'm just going to have a drone drop a bomb in his belly button. And I
What
was
the
like,
fuck,
yo,
bro?
this motherfucker's, he can't leave the house. You know, he just can't leave the house. Like, what do you think about that story?
Bro, I mean, one, I think it's far fetched.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you get to the belly button part, I'm like, was this like, did the Onion report this? Like, what's happening here, bro? But
Yeah.
it's probably an actual legit quote
Yeah.
from a leader in Iran or the leader, the Ayatollah. And I guess all these world leaders are just like, fuck decorum,
Yeah.
fuck tact, fuck,
Yeah.
you know, intelligence, and like, peace. Fuck
Yeah.
peace. They just are like idiots now. I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
That's a crazy statement for one. For two, I don't think I think there's a large section of America that wouldn't care about Trump being assassinated,
No.
and an even larger section that would probably be happy about it.
Yeah.
Um, the problem with that, as I see it, is that if Trump were actually assassinated, now JD Vance is the president,
Yes.
and that guy,
I thought we were worried about Trump. We were worried about this motherfucker.
I mean, you really got to be worried about this motherfucker because he could be in there for another 8 or another 7 or whatever the fuck in relation to when Trump would have been
Yeah.
hypothetically assassinated. So, you know, uh, the Republicans have set themselves up to hold power for quite some time anyway.
Yeah.
And with all the, like, you know, all the things going on right now, it just seems like Trump is not even the only problem anymore. It's all of
Yeah.
them. It's their whole gang. The whole gang is on some other shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I don't even think about Trump getting assassinated because
No.
it's not going to do anything. It actually might make it worse. It might make him a martyr.
And
And
that's what.
then these people on this side of that line will get even crazier and feel
Yeah,
even more entitled and start
yeah,
doing even crazier shit.
exactly.
So, you know, that hopefully that's the last thing the Iranian government is planning to
Yeah,
do because
yeah.
America might nuke them. Who knows? These guys on the right are unhinged. They are fucking off the charts right now.
Yes, they are.
They
So
it's like all of them are doing cocaine in the Oval Office and like
just
going to
doing
play some golf afterwards. They drinking and shit. They just out here partying. The
yeah.
dude, the defense guy, Pete Hegseth,
Hmm.
this fool is in front of the Pentagon with drones talking about we about to bring the noise to you fools. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah,
damn,
yeah.
these guys
I
really.
did read that shit. I'm like, yo, this is. I mean, this shit is just it's crazy all in because if it is like you said, if he does get assassinated, a lot of people are not gonna care. A lot of people are gonna be happy, but shit probably is gonna be the work of the people that follows him. Is gonna just start just they probably just gonna start the purge probably gonna start happening,
Bro, I
and
could see that.
these
I was
people
thinking about the purge
fucking
too. You fucking see, we be
losing
on the
it.
same page, dog.
Exactly. I was like, as much as I would like this nigga to be out of office, I just kind of don't want him to be out of office that way because he got too many people brainwashed, and
Yes,
on that wrong type of time, well, they would feel like, all right, well, since you gonna do this, we just gonna do whatever the fuck we want to do. Some of them probably try to go over there themselves and on their little fucking boat and be like, let's go get these motherfuckers. And
absolutely. Just like they did with the people in LA.
yes, yes, the people in LA, they went over there driving
Yeah.
across town, across the state, just to go help. And I'm glad it didn't turn out as bad as it did, because I know I seen some videos of people putting up like, better look like the '92 riot and shit, but that was just like fake videos or whatever. And I found out that was fake videos. I was like, okay, so it's bad, but it's not as bad how they made it look. Like it was just a whole fucking, just a whole city torn or some
Yeah, it
shit.
looked like the whole
But
city is like, fuck out of here, ICE.
yeah, but
I mean, it is
uh,
still crazy there though, because the military was like, yo, we ain't going nowhere. We
yeah,
about to be right up in here.
exactly.
Gavin Newsom and them don't control us.
Yeah,
Get used to it. And that's
but
some crazy shit to say about a city in America
yes,
looking like a war zone
yes,
with our military making it look that way.
yeah. It's just, I mean, yeah, I don't care for the nigga. If he gets assassinated, he put it on himself.
Straight up. I
I
won't
just
shed a
hope that
tear.
shit don't get crazy. Cause I remember putting that shit out years ago on Twitter. It was like, I don't wish this on this man, but I'm afraid this motherfucker gonna get assassinated.
Hey, listen. I mean, they attempted it already and
Yeah.
shit.
So you don't believe it was a real attempt? Because I think that was too close of a call for the
Fuck
attempt to
no, I don't
end.
believe that. That shit. Nobody believes it. Not even Trump supporters. I don't know, bro.
Of course, Trump
That
supporters ain't
was.
gonna believe that shit. Well,
I mean, they believe whatever, or they
yeah, I don't
choose
know.
to just bury their head and
Yeah,
like, or like come up with or go with whatever reason in the
yeah.
party line goes with, you know.
Hmm.
But that was the lamest. I don't even know. That just goes to show how crazy shit is. Who
Hmm.
would fake that? Only a crazy person would fake, and only crazy people would go along with the fake.
And then of course they want to throw it on the community that he's part of. They non-binary and shit like that. And I'm just like,
Oh shit,
if it's
bruh.
it can't be a straight white dude
There's
doing
like,
that.
no, it's a liberal. It's a
Exactly, it got to be
lefty.
a liberal. But
Yeah,
somebody had reported that he was actually a Republican, but they didn't want to put that out there that
of
he
course
was a
not.
Republican.
Of course
And he
not.
said that he did vote for Trump before, but shit didn't necessarily go out that way. And they want to put mental issues and all this other shit. At least of what I read, said that he was a Republican, but then he decided to change his mind and shit like that. So I mean, who knows? No, just I just don't want a war on our turf.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either. I think that's like shit has really hit the fan. That's probably,
Yeah.
um, like extinction level event shit or like, you know what I mean? Like the end
Yeah.
of the line. That's like, but we definitely got something coming. A whole lot of shit.
Yes.
A whole lot of shit, bro. Because I mean, they just got their hands in everything
Yeah.
to do with how our lives are lived,
Yes.
and they're pulling shit left and right. And they just passed that ridiculous bill that is going to set shit back
Yes.
and like long after we die. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Yes.
So I think
Unless
I
somebody
think
else
we
do it.
cooked.
Yeah.
I think we cooked no matter what happened. They would have to go in there and bomb all of our government. We're at the point of like what we've been seeing on the news, I think, for years, like, or at least myself. Like, I always thought about third world country problems as like, oh, like it's hard to put that in your day to day life. It's hard to think about that in your day to day life, international news and international situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about what's going on in Kazakhstan. I know something's going on there, but I'm not thinking about it. I know the government's corrupt there, but I'm not thinking about it. Now I'm living in a place where we all know our government's corrupt,
Yes.
and I'm thinking about it daily. You know what I mean? Like that is something I didn't foresee happening in America, but we're here
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's it for my topic. I believe you have one more of your topic and up for
Yes,
discussion.
sir. Yes, sir. So this is lighter, guys. You know what I mean? We try to sprinkle it up, sprinkle it in, sprinkle it out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Pause.
Halt.
Oh, who goes there? But so my girl, my wife, she's actually, responsible for this one. She gave me the idea. I can't lie. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've watched this show this season. I have seen it before, but not this particular season.
Yeah.
But this particular season, I hear is off the chain. Everybody's loving it. So I
Yeah.
figured we'd get into it a little bit. And it did bring up a kind of interesting question, which, we'll get into. So Love Island has some interesting stuff going on right now with some of its characters. There is a girl on there named Ulissa, and apparently, back in the day, she used the N word in some sort of interview situation. Um, she is of Mexican and Puerto Rican descent. The video surfaced, and the show booted her immediately. Cool. So then we move on to this girl, Sierra, who's also on the show. And back in the day, they pulled up some Instagrams or something of her saying that her eyes look chinky. Uh, it didn't happen as immediate, but she did get booted from the show as well. But it took a backlash from the Asian community saying that that term is the equivalent of the N word for them.
Yeah.
Uh, so then the black community, of course, black Twitter, black TikTok, we gonna turn
Yeah.
up.
Of course.
Uh, is kind of understanding of why it took longer for the second girl to get the boot because they don't. A lot of black people don't feel like chinky is the same as nigger. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They don't feel like it's the same as the hard R.
Yeah.
Which, in the Puerto Rican girl's
Yeah. Wait, she
defense
said she said
for
it with a hard R.
accuracy, she did not say it with a hard R.
Oh,
She
okay,
said
she
it
said
with
it.
the A.
Okay.
She said
Okay.
it with
I was
the
gonna say if it was the R.
A.
That's yeah. That's worse to us. I was gonna say okay.
Yes. And in the context she said it, she was talking about her man.
Okay. So there's quite a few things on this one.
for
So
sure.
with the Mexican, growing up, and especially in California, Southern California, growing up with a lot of Mexicans, Hispanic, culture down there. A lot of time we are okay with them saying nigga. We had
Straight
no
up.
problem with them saying nigga at all. We um because it's like they weren't the ones that used the word, and they weren't the ones that enslaved us. We feel like we're on kind of on the same level because they're well, not necessarily the same level, but they deal with their own shit in Mexico. They had their own creed. I mean, every race has had their own type of slavery. Every like country, even, and I'm going to get on to like the Asian culture too about that. Um, I hate that when shit gets pulled up from years ago, and then you want to kick them off. That shit happened years ago. It was back in the day.
Straight up.
If she's not bringing on that same energy now, so be it. It's done. It's over. I hate bringing up old shit and being like, oh, just kick off immediately.
Hmm.
And the same thing with Sierra, with her saying the eyes ain't chinky. Yes, of course, black people gonna sit there and say it's not as bad, but that's the Asian community. They have been called some names too because people don't realize. I don't know which one did which. I believe it was the Japanese had slaved the Chinese, and over there, they still kind of have some beef, just like us with white people, that
Hmm.
they enslaved us over, for a long time. So they have probably been called kind of the same thing. They don't necessarily like each other. So that's probably a word that they use to them. So that's going to trigger them. And we just, for us, we dealt with it here. They dealt with it out in Asia.
Hmm.
So if you're going to have that same energy and kicking off immediately, you should have the same thing with her. Even if it's some shit like wetback, you say wetback or whatever, you're using a derogatory term towards a person. If you're going to kick one person off for some shit that she said in the past, you also kick that person off too, and not wait until you get a backlash to kick them off. So I always hate the backlash. Wait until you get a backlash to kick them off the what's the name? Because and I
You
think
obviously didn't see a problem with it.
yeah. So it's the Love Island like an American show. Do you know?
Yeah, so I think it actually takes place several different places in the world. You know what I mean? Like they'll have
Uh-huh.
like a Love Island Paris
Uh,
edition or some shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I've only caught it over the years with my girl. You know what I
okay.
mean? Like
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
only seen it with her. I've never just been like, "Psh, time to watch this Love Island. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I thought it was interesting too. I thought it was ripe with conversation topics because, you know, it's an interesting question. Like, why wasn't she kicked off immediately? And I think that speaks to your point that, the show didn't, or the showrunners didn't see any problem with it at first. You know what I mean?
yes,
Until the backlash started, they were like, oh, that's in the past, or oh, shit, you know, I've used that before, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, whatever they were
yeah,
thinking, they just obviously didn't think it was a reason to boot the girl from the show.
yeah,
Whereas with the Hispanic girl, you know, I grew up in a hood where there was a ton of Puerto Ricans,
yeah,
which she's part Puerto Rican, part Mexican, which is crazy because you grew up around the Mexicans, I grew up around the Puerto Ricans, but
exactly.
neither here nor there.
Yeah,
Uh, they used it all the time,
yes,
and I never thought twice about it because they was in the same hood as me,
uh huh,
and they had some pigment. You know what I mean? They
exactly.
got some melanin
Uh
up in
huh.
there.
Yeah.
Um, so I never thought twice about it.
Mm-mm.
I have plenty of friends to this day that are Puerto Rican, and if they use it, I wouldn't be like, ah, I'm
Exactly.
appalled. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
it's part of their culture too at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I think with Chingy or Chinky, Chingy. I like the way they no.
Look at that right there.
um, right there. But I think that when if you're gonna do it for nigga with the the
Mm-hmm.
Mexican girl, you got to do it for Chinky with the. She appeared to be white to me. I don't know, but
Yeah,
with the white girl, you know what I mean.
yeah,
You
it look
you
like
gotta
that.
give her the boot immediately.
Yeah.
I think she's white.
Okay.
She looks hella white.
Oh, if it's white, then that's fucking crazy that they did that. If that makes it even worse that she's white, or that
It
really opens up
does
a discussion like, yo, you let this white bitch say chinky, but you're not okay with the Mexican chick saying nigga.
for real. And our people, they on
Hmm.
board with the showrunners. They like, yo,
Exactly.
that ain't that bad. Fuck out of here with that.
Yeah.
Man, that's like cracker or something. Like nobody cares
Exactly.
about that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But to
Yeah.
them, they care about it. And they did
Yeah.
experience racism here in
Yeah.
America at
Yes,
several
they did.
points as
They
well,
did. Yes.
especially
Yes.
coming over uh
Uh,
and migrating to like places like San Francisco and shit.
yes.
And over and East Coast, they migrated there too. And then even as recently as like COVID, they've
Yes.
been catching hell since that.
Yes. Yes.
Whenever something happens elsewhere in the world, the people in America catch hell for it. The Muslims caught hell for 9/11, and the
Mm-hmm.
Asian people catching hell for
Yeah.
COVID. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah. They
so I
trying
can
to stop the
understand
Asian hate shit. Yeah.
exactly. I can understand they've been dealing with hate for a few years now. And they're like, yo, fuck that. Put some
Yeah.
respect on our name. We Asian. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
And I'm with that. I'm if their community feels that way, absolutely. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I understand how our community feels, how we
Mm-hmm.
feel as well,
Exactly.
because you would have to argue, you'd have to make the argument that black people have caught
Mm-hmm.
the shortest end of the stick here in
Yes.
America. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it's just been a rough, rough road and
Exactly.
continues to be, you
Yes.
know.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, and 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 thinking about this topic, and discussing it with my girl who kind of brought it to me, you know, it also brings up the question, the age old question, is it okay for even us to use the N word? Which,
Mm.
I tried to explain that to her the best I could.
Uh-huh.
But I want to hear what you think
Okay.
about that particular part of it.
For me, and I saw this from Tony Rock. Tony Rock actually made a good point on this.
Okay.
He was like, I see no problem with anybody saying it really. Because I even
Uh-huh.
experienced a white kid that we used to call Carrot Top. He used to say it. He used to say it. He grew up around us. He was raised pretty much around black people.
Hmm.
But you can feel his energy is not to just say it just because he felt it was cool. It was like it really flowed off his tongue. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
like that's my nigga. And first time I heard that shit from him, I'm looking around like, so
Is
I
anybody
just
gonna check
yeah,
him?
just yeah, I just transferred over to the school, and I was like, so okay, so we cool with him, because I wasn't really pissed off about it, because I didn't feel like he was saying, oh look at that nigger over there, and just
No,
I
for
was just
sure.
like, and
He
that's
said
what
it
the
with
point
the
that he
the way
said
it's
with the
supposed
A.
to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
with
not
the
supposed to.
A. Yeah, I was.
And that's what and Tony Rock had made this point. He was like, how I look at it as if you say it at the end with the A, I look at it as, hey, what's up? But if you say it with an ER,
I
you're gonna end up in an ER. And
like
I
that.
was like, and
I
I think
like
that's
that.
how we end up saying it, because how we say it, we never say nigger. We always say
No,
nigga, like it's always
never.
coming out. We try to make it cool. It's just like, oh, that's my nigga, that's my dude.
I
It's a
can't
personal place to be.
imagine.
So,
I can't imagine why I was, what's up, my niggers?
I know.
What did you just
You
say
can't
that?
go, what's up, my nigga? It's just like, wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
even
What?
coming from us, it sounds crazy. I'm like,
Yes,
hold up,
even coming
what?
from us saying it. So just
You on your
like,
Samuel L. Jackson, dog? What's
exactly.
cracking?
And I want to know who was the first person to say it that way.
For real, with
And
the
be
A,
like, cool, yes, and try to use it as we taking this word back. And
we should
that's what
study that
everybody say that. That's
because
what
that's
I'm trying
kind of
to
my. That's what I was explaining to Brandy. Like,
yeah.
we took this shit back. It's a lot like the food. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
had the slaves eating all the parts of the animal that they didn't want,
Hmm.
cow butts and which are oxtails. You know what I mean? Pig feet,
Yeah.
turkey necks, and all this shit. And black people took it and hooked it up. I forget who said that. I was watching. I know it was an interview on Shannon Sharp, but he was talking specifically about chicken and how we took it and fried it and seasoned it up, and now it's this thing everybody love. You know what I mean? Chicken wings or whatever,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
part of the
yeah.
bird nobody wanted. Um, and I feel like we did the same thing with the word. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? We said fuck that er. Let's
Hmm.
slap an a at the end of that bitch, and now it's ours, and we
Yeah.
can use it for all sorts of things. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And it was like a big fuck you.
Yes.
I like to think of it like that, especially
Yes.
when I'm using it, because I like to use it. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
no.
lie. You know what
I
I
know I
mean?
like to use it too.
It just rolls off the tongue.
It
It's fucked
rolls
up.
off the
I
tongue.
know it.
Yeah.
Because you
Uh-huh.
got to think people who were like in the thick of slavery and everything post slavery, the Civil War, the fucking civil rights movement, Jim Crow,
Yeah.
you got to think they would be rolling over in their graves like, what the fuck are we doing?
Exactly.
But I would
Yeah.
hope that they would understand. I don't know. I guess I can't hope that they understand anything. They went through some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our ideology generations later is just a bit different, you know.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that we're going away anytime soon. This shit's here to stay. You
Me
know,
either. And
it's just
like
going to
you,
stay.
I agree. They should not be pulling people's card from 10 years ago, talking
Right.
about some get off this shit you doing now. Like, we need to stop all this cancel culture and
Yes.
all that shit.
Yes. I mean, because the shit
All
don't
this
work.
shit.
Cancel
It
culture
don't.
don't work. There's so many people that's like, all right, and they sit there and they try to apologize. They try to cancel Kevin Hart because there was some shit that he said in his stand up was like, no, that's gay. So and so he ended up apologizing twice and dropping out of the fucking Oscars, but I think he shouldn't have. And then you got Dave Chappelle who's embracing the cancel culture. He was like, oh, this is what cancel culture look like. Well, sign me up.
You know, I get to go to the
And
market and be left alone now and shit.
exactly, yeah, but and now he's back and stronger than ever, and still nothing. Like nobody, it's just the internet wants to, or the new generation wants to try to cancel
Yeah,
people, and it's just not going to work.
it's
It's just
not.
not going to work.
It's not.
People are going to do what people do. I mean, you see how crazy the world is, but we, got to do our best to try to bring some light into this world.
Straight up,
You
bro.
know, so,
Straight
but
up.
yeah,
Let me ask you one thing before we get up out of here.
okay.
Um, it's on cancel culture. I
Uh-huh.
feel like there's only one person I can think of for sure that is stuck on, like, actually maybe there's a few, but like I know it's stuck for sure with like Kevin Spacey. You know what I mean? Like the cancel culture is stuck with him. But there are people who are too big for it. Like Seinfeld, for example,
Yeah.
and this whole Israel Palestine shit. People have accused him of being on the wrong side of that.
Yeah.
But no matter what he do, the masses are still going to consume it because Seinfeld was such a massive hit.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
for J.K. Rowling. They want to cancel her
Like, they
for
want to
her
cancel
views and shit. They want to cancel the shit out of her. They said, "Get this fucking Harry
yeah.
Potter shit the
Yo,
fuck out of here."
they are honestly they are tripping over her. They are tripping over her statement. All she just saying is she don't want the transgender people in the bathrooms, and you're not biologically a woman. That's the only thing. She's not.
Yeah,
She don't hate y'all. She don't care. She just hate the ideology that you guys have. Is sitting here trying to be like, oh, I'm a woman, especially the ones that have been coming out saying that, oh, I'm experiencing a period. It's like, no, the fuck you're not. You can't.
Yeah,
You biologically can't. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just people, you know, about certain shit that just piss me the fuck off. So I'm just like, yo, y'all need to chill. Yo,
yeah. You can't cancel all the shit. Like, come
exactly.
on, y'all.
Yeah,
There's
but
degrees to this shit. Like,
yeah,
if somebody is out here like canceling Elon Musk, I'm cool with that.
yeah,
Anybody out here doing Hitler salutes and talking that white power shit,
exactly,
yes, your ass can be canceled.
exactly.
But you know,
Yeah,
some of these other folks, they got to chill out.
yeah. But Kevin Spacey, I feel like he's gonna be fine. He's gonna come back because some of the shit that I did read and some of the people that defended him.
Hmm.
I mean, he was an aggressive nigga, but he was just an aggressive gay nigga. Just
Shit, Louis C.K. ain't even been back. I'm like, where he at? And I
yeah,
love his shit.
he's yeah, not, yeah, and he hasn't been back. But I think for him, it's like I think, like you said, he's probably not at that. He's not at that Seinfeld level. So nobody gonna
Hmm.
care if he comes back. Kevin
Yeah, that's fucked
Spacey,
up.
yeah, Kevin Spacey is he's a prominent actor. He's going to take some time off and he's going to come back. Because that's another thing too about this generation. They're going to forget about the shit. They ain't going to care. Like when they took off R. Kelly's music off of
Hmm.
Spotify and all the other shit. Now the shit is
Hmm.
back on. People listen
Right
to
up
the shit.
on there. Yeah.
Right up on people doing TikTok shit of music, and I'm just like, okay,
So Ezra gonna be good then, because he was on his R. Kelly for a second. He gonna be right
exactly,
back to it.
exactly.
Now, one more before
So,
we get out of here. This is the last
uh,
one.
okay,
You think they're gonna be able to successfully cancel Gal Gadot?
nah.
They on her head too.
I know they on her head, but nah, it's not. She Wonder Woman. She's pretty. They're not gonna. She's not gonna
they
get
they on
canceled.
her head bad. I saw somebody imitating her acting. You gotta look for that when we wrap up.
Oh
That
yeah,
shit was spot on, dog. It was that might have killed her career alone. You know what I mean? That was crazy.
yeah. I think she'll be fine. She just. I mean, I didn't think her career was gonna really be taken off anyway. 'Cause I didn't really think it was just Wonder Woman was just like her high point of her career.
Yeah,
I didn't think she was gonna be, an Angela Bassett, that type level or whatever. And if it is, it's going to be years later. And that's the thing that, as an actor, I'm starting to realize even people that are heightened their careers, a lot of them really don't get really prominent until later on. I really don't get the respect until they get like
mm-hmm.
older shit, like in their
So
50s
they
and shit.
seasoned, got that
Yeah, until
seasoning.
they're real seasoned. It's the real seasoned years. And then it's like, oh, I remember seeing you in this. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like, oh, I gotta run to the movie because you're in it. Now I'm seeing that okay, you're acting really grown. Now I want to see you in the shit. Like
Straight
Paul
up.
like Paul Giamatti. He was basically comical in a whole bunch of shit. I remember seeing him in the Negotiator, and I was like, yo, I didn't think in 2 months, no, 2 seconds of how his career gonna be. And now this motherfucker done won an Oscar. And now anything that he's in has my antennas up. Like, yo, I kind of want to watch it because I like him. He's really grown on me as an actor. So I think Gal Gadot
Absolutely.
will be fine. If she takes her acting to another level later on in the years, she'll be fine. But right now, it's like I don't think people really cared too much anyway because it was just like at this point it was just steady.
Yeah, she only in really blockbuster. She ain't in nothing obscure or nothing like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So,
Well, good
but
brother.
yeah, that looks like that's it. That's all we have for this John Actor podcast. Thank you for listening. We are signing off.
Peace.